to ask, what's going on with Terry, man? We sitting here. It's been 3 weeks. We had 4 or 5 shows. Training camp is starting in 3 weeks. We're starting early this year because we got the early games. So we're starting in like the 22nd, I think, of July.
Right.
Tomorrow's July 1st. Terry still ain't got a deal, bro. Can we get an update? Don't bullshit us about this, man. Are they paying this man or what?
You know they are, bro. And I'm not breaking one sweat, because if you look at the last time we talked about this conversation, I said about mid-July, they'll get something done. And you could tell that the headlines are so bored. I mean, I went on ESPN for the first time in a while, and they got Wimbledon on and NBA, old NBA shit. It's slow. It's slow out here. So what's going on with Terry? Nothing's going on with Terry. Of course, nothing's going on, because these two aren't talking yet. They're going to start talking again once people get back. Once things get moving, we'll finalize a deal. It's either a 2-year or a 3-year extension. They're trying to figure it out based off of Terry's age. I said it a million times. I would give him whatever he wants, even though they're talking about 36, 37 million a year. I don't know. That's a little kind of rich for my blood. It ain't my money, but goddamn, 36, 37, kind of crazy. But get that man 30, 31 million for 2 or 3 years. Let him retire a Commander as he deserves. And I think they will, man. I'm not tripping on that at all, but I understand that the news cycle is slow and he's not signed yet. So there's all the hypotheticals and shit, but I ain't worried about it, bro. Mid-July, Terry will be signed, man.
I just put his name in, Terry Mclaurin.
How many trade things you see?
Nah, it's not even that. It just says Adam Schefter reveals will things stand between Washington and Terry McLaurin. There's another one that says Terry McLaurin's contract situation mirrors TJ Watt Steelers. It's like a couple joints. Like this joint just came out with the Adam.
Mm-hmm.
This one says NFL Insider gives lukewarm update for Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin. So it's a lot of articles today. Have they been like this every day?
Nah, it came up. I think Pat McAfee had on Adam Schefter, so they started bringing it back up. But like I said, if we get into training camp and Terry doesn't have a contract, now let's talk. Because now it's genuine. Now it's legit. Why? And let me also say this: Terry isn't the type of dude not to show up. He may not suit up, but he'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the kind of dude he is. But if he don't have a contract, now we're looking at some. Now I'm worried. But
right,
we still got 20-something days, and I think within those 20-something days, I think about a week before training camp, we'll be coming on here saying breaking news: Terry got signed to X amount for X amount.
All right, so here's what he said. All right, Schefter, there's no update, which is the update, and that's the problem. Hold on one second. What's up, Donnie? What happened, bro? What happened? How, bro? What happened? Huh? You got a little cut? All right, go give him a Band-Aid real quick. Right. He'll give you a Band-Aid, okay? It's all right. Just put a Band-Aid on it. Give him some water. I got to finish this up. All right, so here's what he said. There's no... You seen this already?
Yeah, I saw it. But now,
okay.
You read. Do you think?
All right. There's no update, which is the update, and that's the problem. The problem is with this particular situation, I think Terry McLaurin is going to argue that we've seen other receivers who had his numbers are comparable, like Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, get paid over $30 million a year in the offseason. And I think the Commanders can then say yes, but Michael Evans, who has had comparable numbers, is at $24 million. So there's really quite a difference in gap between what both shots want. Now, obviously 30 years old, Terry McLaurin. 36, I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot. That seems like that's a high number. I agree with you.
Yeah.
To give that. I mean, that'll just be love.
Right.
If they do that. To me, it's not even about the numbers with him, because he hasn't had a lot of good quarterback, is what he means to the organization, the offense. Like I seen stuff where they was talking about trading for Ayuk or something like that, or I don't know, some other players. I'm like, nah.
Ain't happening.
I mean, Ayuk wouldn't be bad, but the fit is just different. Like he fits your offense. He is the best player on that team. He is that organization. Like if anybody's the face, he's the face. You could say Jaden Daniels, yeah, but after that, it's Terry. But I'm not alarmed by seeing that they're going to come to an agreement. Yeah. I mean, like you said, they just want something to talk about, whatever the case may be. Do you think Terry, though? What do you think Terry wants as far as numbers wise? Would he settle for Mike Evans type 24, 25 million, or does he want to go over 30?
I wouldn't. I would, and I love Terry. I want to see him sign. I don't want to keep talking about this. I want to see him a Commander for life, but I wouldn't settle for 24, 25. The closest I would do is 29, and you better give me 3 years with 29. You know what I mean? I think that what Terry did this year, finally with a a decent quarterback, with some kind of fucking decency at quarterback. He broke the wide receiver record for Washington. He's a second team All-Pro. The dude put the team on his back day in and day out. He's been an ultimate ambassador for a team that was dog shit prior to last year. It's more than just on the field, man. You got to get it. And then it's an example. I think you brought this up maybe last time. You got to set an example for them other players. If you ain't signing Terry, goddamn, who will you sign? Will all of us go through this? And for all of these reasons, I don't think that this is an issue. Now, I personally thought it would be about 3 years, $30 million, $90 million, $95 million extension, $90 million guaranteed on top of this year. So that'll keep him in-house for 4 more years. And then we start getting toward the tail end of his career. Maybe he signs a 1-year deal and gets up out of Dodge. But I hope he gets closer to 30 because he deserves it. I think that Terry's vastly underrated. I think he does a lot of the dirty work. I think that he's one of the best contested catchers that I've ever seen, man. And I've watched some good receivers. This dude catches that he has no business catching. Yeah, it doesn't look as sexy as a Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson or even an AJ Brown, so to speak. But it gets done, man, and it's gritty, and his work ethic is crazy. So I hope it's closer to the 30 million and not 24, and get this shit done before training camp.
Yeah, real talk. We all know it's gonna get done.
Yeah,
I mean that'll be silly. I mean, but realistically, he might have 2 years left in Washington. Let's keep unless he's like over like 1,300 yards each of the next 2 seasons. He's probably got 2 years left. You know what I mean? I that's why I think they are with it, Washington. I think they feel like, okay, they got a chance to win a Super Bowl. If we can't get this done in the next 2, maybe 3 years, let's recycle this thing, bring some younger guys in, and move on from this guy. That's why I think Washington is, right? And that's just all NFL teams.
Yep.
I don't think they're no different.
You hit nail on the head. Nail on the head.
Right. So,
when you look at how they structure their contracts, they're structuring all their contracts to kind of keep their books as open as possible for that Jaden deal. Because if he continues on the trajectory that he's on, he's about to break a record on what he's about to get. So it's like they trying to keep them books open. Like, you better be damn well All-Pro to get an extension on this John, because if you not, we will draft him, because we got somebody that we got to pay that's more important than all y'all. And they are clearly telling everybody that. So we got to still sign Terry, and I wouldn't be surprised before the season starts if we see a Laramie extension, even though I don't think he should be extended till next year, but we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised. Just to kind of clear the books a little bit too.
Yeah, and it's, man, you got that contract's coming up.
Yeah.
It's like we got this Jalen Carter contract. Some of those guys ain't gonna be around in Philly, man. You know what I mean? As great as Howie is, you can't keep everybody.
Well, that's Cooper's good. So important.
Yeah. Cooper, DeJean, he's gonna be around. Obviously Quinyon, which I was watching this thing the other day with Quinyon. Somebody put like him going against Terry, man. Those are some matchups, bro.
Oh,
those are some match. And as great as Terry is, bro, like he's wooden. He's what these corners, man. God damn, how do they do it?
They getting better. Man. They getting better.
Like Terry was putting the moves on it. Boom, boom, boom. He's right there. Like, oh.
And Quinyon, a Florida boy, ain't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. He's from Florida.
They built different out there, boy.
Yeah, so it's gonna be some, man. And a lot of people saying, oh, he had help. So he did sometimes, but sometimes he was on an island. And he got beat a few times too, and a few times he didn't. So, I wonder who we're gonna put on Debo. What are we gonna put on? Probably Ringo. That's gonna be some good matchups, man.
It's gonna be some great matchups, man. We got another young boy, Jalen Lane. He a rookie. Pay attention to him. And this is why I was mad that we're playing y'all late, but now I'm happy because it gives some of our people a chance to, and y'all's, this equal playing field, but a chance to kind of warm up and get their feet wet, as opposed to playing somebody and you just getting adjusted to the NFL and you gotta go play the Super Bowl champs now. You better be ready for this shit. Let's go. And we got a couple. I'm excited to see what we do this year, man. Hopefully, knock on wood, both teams stay injury free. Because as much as I hate y'all, I hate to see injuries. I don't want to see these brothers go down on no bullshit, man. So hopefully we can stay healthy, man, and see who the best is when we meet each other. It's going to be exciting. We're going to talk some shit on the way.
Oh, yeah. It's just going to turn up, man. Definitely want to bring some guests on and shit.
Yeah.
From the Washington ecosystem, Philly ecosystem, maybe even Dallas Giants, all that shit. Even other teams like the Ravens and all that. That'd be dope too.
Let's get it.
Yeah. So hell. Yeah, man. So training camp. When y'all start? The end of July, like late,
23rd, 24th, something like that.
Okay, that's just here.
Yeah, it's here, bro. July 1st tomorrow. So
yeah.
So we know it'll be here. So